I'm about to share something that completely transformed how I age. And it has nothing to do with expensive supplements or complicated diets. What I discovered changed everything I thought I knew about food and aging. For years, I was doing everything wrong. I followed all the modern eating advice. Breakfast cereals. Low-fat everything. 6 small meals a day. And you know what happened? I aged faster than I should have. My energy crashed. My skin looked tired. My joints ached more than they should at my age. Then I found something in the Bible that shocked me. God's design for eating was completely different from what we're told today. And when I started following it, my body responded in ways I never imagined possible. Let me take you back to where this journey started. I was standing in my kitchen one morning, staring at my reflection in the microwave door. I looked exhausted. Older than my years. And I knew something had to change. That's when I started asking the hard questions. Why do we eat the way we do? Is this really how God designed our bodies to function? What did people eat in biblical times, and how did it affect their longevity? The answers I found were revolutionary. And they go against almost everything we've been taught about healthy eating. But here's the thing. The results speak for themselves. First, let's talk about what actually speeds up aging. Modern eating patterns are destroying our bodies from the inside out. We eat constantly. From the moment we wake up until we go to bed. Our bodies never get a break from digesting food. This constant eating triggers something called insulin resistance. Every time you eat, your body releases insulin to process the food. When insulin is always elevated, your cells stop responding to it properly. This accelerates aging at the cellular level. It damages your mitochondria. It increases inflammation throughout your body. It literally makes you age faster. But there's more. The types of foods we eat matter just as much as when we eat them. Processed foods. Refined sugars. Vegetable oils. These weren't part of God's original design for human nutrition. They create oxidative stress in your body. They damage your DNA. They speed up the aging process dramatically. Now here's where biblical wisdom comes in. When I started studying how people ate in Scripture, I noticed something fascinating. They didn't eat constantly. Fasting was a regular part of life. Not as punishment, but as a natural rhythm of eating and not eating. Daniel fasted. Moses fasted. Jesus fasted for 40 days. The early church fasted regularly. This wasn't just spiritual practice. It was also incredibly beneficial for their physical bodies. And modern science is finally catching up to what the Bible knew all along. When you give your body extended breaks from eating, something remarkable happens. Your cells activate a process called autophagy. This is your body's way of cleaning house. It breaks down old, damaged cells and recycles them. It's like hitting the reset button on aging. But autophagy only happens when you're not eating. When insulin levels are low. When your body switches from burning sugar to burning fat. This is when the real anti-aging magic occurs. I started experimenting with intermittent fasting. Not the trendy kind you see on social media. But a biblical approach to eating. I compressed my eating into a shorter window each day. Usually about 6 to 8 hours. The rest of the time, I let my body rest and repair. The changes were incredible. Within weeks, I had more energy than it had in years. My skin looked clearer and more vibrant. The brain fog I'd been living with lifted. I felt stronger. More alert. More alive. But it wasn't just about when I ate. It was also about what I ate. I went back to basics. Foods that existed in biblical times. Whole foods. Nothing processed. Nothing artificial. Meat, fish, vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, olive oil. Simple, real food. I cut out the foods that didn't exist 2,000 years ago. No refined sugar. No processed grains. No industrial seed oils. These modern inventions are poisoning our bodies and accelerating aging. Think about it. Our ancestors didn't have access to donuts and soda. They ate what God provided through nature. And they lived long, healthy lives. Abraham lived to 175. Moses was 120 when he died, and his eyes weren't dim, and his vigor hadn't diminished. What was their secret? They ate according to God's design. They ate real food. They fasted regularly. They lived in rhythm with nature and with their Creator's plan for human health. Now let me get specific about the eating patterns that speed up aging, because understanding what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do. Eating late at night is one of the worst habits for accelerated aging. When you eat close to bedtime, your body has to digest food when it should be repairing and regenerating. This disrupts your sleep quality. Poor sleep accelerates aging faster than almost anything else. Your body does its most important repair work while you sleep. Growth hormone is released. Damaged tissues are rebuilt. Toxins are cleared from your brain. But all of this gets interrupted when you're still digesting dinner at midnight. I made it a rule to finish eating at least 3 hours before bed. This simple change improved my sleep dramatically. And better sleep means slower aging. It's that simple. Another aging accelerator is eating too many carbohydrates, especially refined ones. Bread, pasta, rice, potatoes. These foods spike your blood sugar and insulin. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, inflammation, and accelerated aging. In biblical times, grains were consumed very differently. They were sprouted, fermented, or eaten in their whole form. Not processed into white flour and turned into pastries. The way we eat grains today is completely foreign to how God designed them to be consumed. I dramatically reduced my carbohydrate intake and focused on protein and healthy fats. This stabilized my blood sugar. It reduced inflammation. It gave me sustained energy throughout the day without crashes. Protein is absolutely critical for healthy aging. As we get older, we naturally lose muscle mass. This process is called sarcopenia, and it accelerates aging significantly. The only way to prevent it is by eating enough protein and doing resistance exercise. Biblical diets were rich in protein. Lamb, fish, wild game. These were staple foods. Not processed protein bars or shakes. Real, whole food sources of protein that our bodies recognize and use efficiently. I made sure to eat protein at every meal. This preserved my muscle mass. It kept my metabolism strong. It helped my body repair and regenerate effectively. Healthy fats are another crucial component that modern diets get completely wrong. We've been told for decades that fat makes you fat and causes heart disease. This is one of the biggest nutritional lies ever told. Biblical diets were rich in healthy fats. Olive oil. Nuts. Seeds. Fatty fish. These fats are essential for hormone production, brain health, and cellular function. Without enough healthy fat, your body ages rapidly. I started cooking with olive oil exclusively. I ate fatty fish several times a week. I snacked on nuts and seeds. My hormones balanced. My brain functioned better. My skin looked healthier. All from eating the fats God designed for human consumption. Now let's talk about what to avoid. Sugar is public enemy number one when it comes to aging. It causes glycation, a process where sugar molecules attach to proteins in your body and create harmful compounds called AGEs. Advanced glycation end products. The name says it all. AGEs damage collagen and elastin in your skin, causing wrinkles and sagging. They damage blood vessels, leading to heart disease. They damage your brain, contributing to cognitive decline. Sugar literally ages every system in your body. I eliminated added sugar from my diet completely. No desserts. No sweetened beverages. No hidden sugars in processed foods. This single change had a more dramatic effect on my aging than anything else I did. Processed foods are another major aging accelerator. They're filled with chemicals, preservatives, and artificial ingredients that your body doesn't recognize. These foreign substances create inflammation and oxidative stress, speeding up the aging process. God didn't design your body to process chemicals. He designed it to process real food. When you eat real food, your body knows exactly what to do with it. When you eat processed food, your body struggles and suffers. I cleaned out my pantry and got rid of everything with ingredients I couldn't pronounce. If it came in a box or bag with a long ingredient list, it went in the trash. I started shopping the perimeter of the grocery store where the real food lives. Hydration is another often overlooked factor in healthy aging. Most people are chronically dehydrated. Water is essential for every cellular process in your body. Without adequate hydration, your cells can't function properly, and aging accelerates. I made it a priority to drink plenty of clean water throughout the day. Not coffee. Not soda. Not juice. Pure water. This simple habit improved my energy, skin quality, and overall health dramatically. Stress is another hidden aging accelerator. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which breaks down muscle tissue, increases inflammation, and accelerates aging at the cellular level. Learning to manage stress through prayer, meditation, and rest is crucial for healthy aging. Biblical wisdom emphasizes rest and Sabbath. God designed us to work 6 days and rest 1. This rhythm of work and rest is essential for preventing burnout and premature aging. I started honoring the Sabbath, and it transformed my stress levels and overall health. Exercise is also critical for healthy aging. Not excessive exercise that breaks down your body, but regular, moderate movement that builds strength and maintains flexibility. Walking, resistance training, stretching. These activities keep your body young and functional. Biblical people walked everywhere. They did physical labor. They moved their bodies naturally throughout the day. They didn't sit in chairs for 8 hours staring at screens. Their lifestyle kept them young and strong well into old age. I incorporated daily movement into my routine. Morning walks. Resistance training 3 times a week. Stretching before bed. These habits kept my body strong and flexible, slowing the aging process significantly. Sleep is perhaps the most underrated anti-aging tool we have. During deep sleep, your body produces growth hormone, repairs damaged tissues, consolidates memories, and clears toxins from your brain. Without adequate quality sleep, you age rapidly. I prioritized getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night. I made my bedroom dark and cool. I avoided screens before bed. I established a consistent sleep schedule. These changes improved every aspect of my health and dramatically slowed my aging. Community and relationships also play a crucial role in healthy aging. Loneliness and isolation accelerate aging and increase mortality risk. God designed us for community. The early church gathered regularly for fellowship, and this social connection contributed to their health and longevity. I invested in meaningful relationships. I joined a church community. I spent quality time with family and friends. These connections brought joy and purpose to my life, which are powerful anti-aging forces. Purpose and meaning are essential for healthy aging. People who have a sense of purpose live longer and age more slowly than those who don't. Biblical faith provides deep purpose and meaning, which translates into better health and slower aging. I reconnected with my faith and found renewed purpose in serving God and others. This spiritual dimension of health is often overlooked, but it's absolutely critical for aging well. So here's what I want you to take away from my journey. Healthy aging isn't about expensive supplements or complicated protocols. It's about returning to God's design for how we should eat, move, rest, and live. Eat real food. Fast regularly. Avoid sugar and processed foods. Move your body daily. Sleep well. Manage stress through faith and rest. Invest in relationships. Live with purpose. These simple principles, rooted in biblical wisdom, will slow your aging and help you thrive. My journey from kitchen confusion to biblical clarity changed my life. I look younger. I feel stronger. I have more energy and vitality than I did 10 years ago. And it's all because I stopped following modern nutritional advice and started following God's design. You can do this too. Start today. Make one change. Then another. Build momentum. Trust God's design for your body. And watch as He transforms your health and slows your aging in ways you never thought possible. This isn't just about living longer. It's about living better. Thriving in the body God gave you. Honoring Him by taking care of the temple He entrusted to you. That's the real goal of healthy aging. And it's absolutely achievable when you follow His design.